Hey guys, so today we're gonna talk about my favorite weapon, being the charge blade, and I'm gonna give you guys some tips for Iceborne charge blade and some general tips for the weapon overall. So slinger burst on charge blade is actually really useful, and it can be done in many ways. You can do it from your draw slash into axe mode. You can cancel any attack in axe mode with slinger burst, and it's generally just super useful for getting so many openings, especially when you have your files loaded up. Also, guard pointing and using slinger burst is really good, and I can't recommend it enough, especially with even bomb pods and piercing pods. Even from your draw slash from jumping, you can still use your slinger burst. You can just be really creative with this, and it's one of my favorite features with Iceborne charge blade. You can perform a jumping slash off of a wall with triangle and circle with your weapon unsheathed, and you can also do it with your weapon sheathed by using your draw slash with triangle. It's one of the cooler things to do. Very stylish. So next we're gonna discuss Savage Axe mode, and it's done by canceling your AED or SAED with L2. And what this does is basically turns your axe mode into dual blades on a stick. And that's quoting my good friend Sarah, which I thought was funny. But it increases DPS of axe mode by a ton. I can't exactly tell you by how much because I'm not a numbers person. But it's really good with element because it's just more DPS. And I think the best thing about this is that it also has a guard point animation too. And the key to really getting this guard point off is just timing when you switch to Savage Axe mode. And when your shield is directly in front of you, it's usually the best time. This is also really good because, like any other guard point, you can still follow up with an AED or SAED. So a way to maximize damage with Charge Blade, I would recommend drawing your weapon from Axe mode instead of doing it from Sword and Shield mode more often, as it does a ton more damage especially if it's a crit. So it turns out that as far as SAED damage goes, that switching to Savage Axe mode and doing an SAED will give you even more damage output, which is insane if you think about it. And I guess it really comes down to playstyle, because you don't have to do it, but it definitely is more damage. So in relation to the Safi'jiiva set bonus, Charge Blade takes approximately 8 consecutive hits to proc health regen. But the thing is, to avoid confusion, that it's not just you whacking on a monster that procs the healing, it's also any other attack that involves your weapon directly. That includes mount attacks, and that also includes clutch claw attacks that include your weapon directly. So that's about the gist of it for the major Charge Blade tips for Iceborne. And as far as I would say guard pointing goes, I will include a link below of a guard point tutorial I did do a while ago. And yeah, if I missed anything, feel free to leave it in the comments, because sometimes I do that. So I appreciate the feedback. Here's a bonus clip of me using the new guard point from Savage Axe, and also doing the fancy wall kick thing, because it looked good.